my kitchen. In my attempt to redo some of my older videos, an opportunity presented itself for me to redo this one. Today is Micah's birthday. It is Halloween, October 31st. And we took her out for dinner last night to her favorite restaurant. But since it's her birthday today, I always try and accommodate their request. But it is a Monday night and I had to work, so it had to be something easy. So she asked me if I would make tuna casserole for her. This isn't something that we have very often at all. In fact, the last time I made this was when I made the last video, and that's probably been 2 years ago or longer. So maybe a little more than 2 years ago. But anyway, in my attempt to redo all of those older videos, we're going to redo the tuna casserole tonight. And this is what I do with my tuna casserole. This is a total throwback recipe. Please don't leave me messages about how much sodium is in it or how much fat is in it and how fat I am. Please don't tell me that. I already know those things. This is a sometimes food, and it's my daughter's birthday. So, you know, bite me. So, I have boiled 1 large bag of broad egg noodles, and I have drained them. And I wanted to start at this point because I saw no point in starting any sooner. Y'all know how to boil some noodles. So boil those up and drain them. And then in this pot that I cook the noodles in, I'm going to add, I've got 3 cans of tuna. Just use whatever your favorite tuna is. If you like tuna in water, tuna in oil, chunk light, chunk white, or albacore. This happens to be albacore, solid albacore in water. And I opened up 3 cans so I could see how much that was going to be. And I think I'm going to open up that 4th can. Does it occur to any of you that tuna cans are getting smaller and tuna prices are getting higher? It's just like the ice cream. Ice cream containers got smaller, but the price didn't go down. They went up. Right now, you're getting ice cream, and it's not even a half a gallon anymore. It's 3 pints, right? It's not even 4 pints, which is 2 quarts, or a half a gallon. And tuna is the same. Tuna cans are getting smaller, but the price is going up. Well, I don't know what they're feeding the tuna, but it must be something really great. Because tuna casserole used to be a budget meal.
Piece of paper or something.
It is a piece of paper. All right, tuna. What do we put in tuna casserole? This is cream of mushroom. No, this is cream of celery. You can use cream of celery, cream of asparagus, cream of mushroom, cream of chicken. You can use cream of chicken mushroom, whatever cream soup you like. Don't use golden mushroom, that's different. That's what we used in our chicken crock pot the other night. But if you're going for a budget meal, I would go totally cream of mushroom, both cans. The cream of celery tends to be a little pricey sometimes. This is I think this is a 10-ounce can of mushroom stems and pieces. And we're going to throw the water in with it. You'll notice I also threw the water from the tuna in there with it. And this is a 4-ounce can of sliced black olives.
Drained.
Drained. This is drained. Don't put the black olive juice in there because it's too salty and it's brown and it will make your sauce look really hideous. Of course, it is Halloween, but don't put the juice in there because it's too briny. It will make your tuna casserole taste real pickly. Okay, so here I have 4 cups of grated sharp cheddar cheese. And I'm going to take about half of it. And yes, there's a lot of cheese in here. This is going to serve anywhere from 8 to 10 people. So, I'll just nip all those nasty little comments in the bud right now. Just stir this all up. Now, we left all the liquid from the mushrooms and the tuna we left in here, and that's going to thin it out just a bit. But it is still a little thick, so I'm going to splash some milk in here. I'll just use the rest of this box of milk. Let's see. That's probably about a cup. Maybe a little less. I don't like the casserole to come out too dry. I like it to be nice and moist. I don't like it to be runny, but I do like it to be moist. And I like it to be creamy. Okay, so we're going to take our noodles. And these are broad egg noodles. Now, when I was a kid, my mom used to make a tuna casserole, but she didn't make tuna casserole anything like this. My mom's tuna casserole was a box of Kraft macaroni and cheese, 2 cans of tuna. You cook the macaroni and cheese directed on the box. You throw a cup of cheese in with the macaroni and cheese. You throw the tuna in there. You throw some mushrooms in there just like I did and some black olives. You put in a casserole dish. You top it with cheese and crushed potato chips. That's how my mom used to make it. Now, the first time I ever made that for my ex-husband, he was appalled. He couldn't believe that I would even think that was anything like tuna casserole. And I said, okay, fine. He said, you should make it like my mom makes it. So, I said, well, how does your mom make it? And maybe you should go get it from your mom. But being a dutiful wife and being young, I found out how his mom made it, and this is how his mom makes it, or used to make it when he was a kid. You know, because I think it's important that we keep doing the things that we grew up with, because they're touchstones in our lives. So, even though I'm not married to him anymore, his mother's tuna casserole recipe is still my preferred tuna casserole recipe, even more so than my own mom's, because my mom will tell you she never really liked tuna casserole. She only made it because it was cheap.
Sounds like somebody else you know wants spaghetti.
Yeah, the first time I ever made spaghetti for Rick, it made him physically ill.
Oh, that was lasagna.
Oh, was that the lasagna?
Yeah.
And that was because of the brand of pasta sauce I had used. It did not agree with him. But from that point forward, Rick made the spaghetti, and Rick continues to make the spaghetti. I'm allowed to make pan spaghetti, but not slow-cooked all-day sauce. That's his job. But now this is my kids' favorite tuna casserole, and like I said, we don't have this very often at all. So when Micah said, I want tuna casserole, I said, okay, it's her birthday. Alright, so put that in your pan. This is just a half steam table pan, which is equivalent to a 9x13 pan. We're going to take the rest of this cheese, and spread it on the top. I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees. And we're going to toss it in the oven. I'm going to get a pan because it's kind of heavy and flimsy. .350 degrees. I'm going to put it in there for a half an hour till it's bubbly. And then we're going to come back and fix you a plate. And then we're going to have a nice vegetable side to go along with it. In it goes. We'll be back soon. Okay, we're all set. There it is. Oh, isn't it pretty? Isn't that pretty? Get a good picture of that, honey, so I can get a good still shot. All right, Micah, are you ready for your birthday dinner, honey?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let me get a bowl. And we'll fix Micah a plate, because today, this will be Micah's serving. We'll see what this looks like. Oh, it's perfect. It's nice and creamy, but it's not too loose. Can I put your tomatoes right next to it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is one of our favorite sides to go with tuna casserole, and it's just some stewed tomatoes and some green beans together. I drained the green beans, and I put them in there, and it makes a pretty accompaniment to the tuna casserole. And we're eating out of paper bowls because the dishwasher is too full to fit any dinner dishes in it, and I don't feel like washing them, so That's the way it is. I'm sure none of you have experienced that ever before.
Our kids are too spoiled to do this.
All right, there you have it. Tuna casserole and green beans with stewed tomatoes. All for Micah's birthday dinner. She is 12 years old today. So I hope you try this and I hope you enjoy it. And thank you for indulging me and giving me the opportunity to remake this one over again. So I'll see ya.